Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to Astrology with Georgie. If you're new here, hi, I'm Georgie. I am a Western astrologer living in the UK using the tropical zodiac. In this video, we are going to be talking about the up and coming full moon in Aquarius. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the full moon vibes and then what it means for each sign. So, listen for your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. Rising sign will be most accurate, but please listen for your sun and your moon as well, as this is a full moon and you may resonate with all three. If you would like a personal reading from me, I do readings. Please take a look at the information in the details. Go on my website. You can book a reading through there, or you can email me, whatever you like. If you don't subscribe to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you get some value from this, please give it a thumbs up and let's get into it. So, full moons. Well, so a full moon is when the sun illuminates the moon with its light. So symbolically, this is a time where things are being brought to the surface, okay? Things are being illuminated, things are being brought to the surface. Our emotions are coming up because moon rules emotions. This is happening. Ignore these numbers here because I'm just trying to keep Aries here and I'm a technophobe. Basically, this is happening at 27 degrees of Aquarius. There's a lot of tense aspects to this moon. It's a pretty high energy moon and there is a lot going on. So I'm going to break down exactly what is going on in the sky right now. Just remember, this is a collective full moon, okay? And so even though this isn't looking like the most positive full moon, it doesn't mean it's not going to be positive for you because it depends what's going on in your own chart. It can be a real breakthroughs for some of you because this is Aquarius after all, and it's squaring Uranus, which is all about breakthroughs. But collectively, there's a lot of tension going on here. So we might see stuff, in the news, things coming up, natural disasters, that kind of thing. Because so Aquarius is the sign of humanity, the sign of the collective. Uranus is in Taurus, and Uranus, which is modern ruler of this full moon, is squaring this full moon. Okay, so and it's a very tight square. So Uranus is at 27 degrees. The full moon is at 27 degrees. Is it at 27? I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it is. On the 19th of August, by the way. So on, God, I don't even know what day the 19th is. I'm so sorry. 15, 16, Monday. Monday is the 19th. It's been a bit crazy this week, guys. Everything's popping off. Monday is the full moon. So you are probably already feeling this. I know I tend to feel full moons a few days before. So it's building up, okay? It's building up, it's building up. But yes, the full moon is squaring Uranus, and Uranus is in Taurus. Taurus symbolizes money, Taurus symbolizes the earth. So we could see some unexpected events in terms of the earth, unexpected natural disasters. We've got these other things going on. So we've got Saturn in Pisces is opposing Venus. So again, there could be some unexpected happenings in terms of the financial market, things like that. I don't tend to dabble too much in mundane astrology, but you just might see things coming up in the news. You've got the Mars-Jupiter conjunction squaring Saturn. So we've been having all this, especially in the UK, all these riots where people's beliefs are being challenged and things are coming to light. This has all been on a build-up to the full moon. But basically, the energy of this full moon is realizations, unexpected events, breakthroughs. When you think of Aquarius, you need to think of the term breakthrough and innovation and independence. Where are you needing to break free? Where are you breaking free? And what realizations are you having? Because things that are coming up at this time it's realization. That's the whole point of a full moon. You can also think back to what happened 6 months ago when there was a new moon in Aquarius, because this is the full moon of that. So what did you start 6 months ago? Because this is now the culmination of that. How are things developing? And also with Mars and Jupiter here squaring Saturn, we've got this kind of checkpoint of something that was started in December 2020, when Jupiter was here with Saturn, and it was at the beginning of Aquarius. Okay, so something started. What were you starting in your life? What were you creating around that time? What were your beliefs around that time, and how have they shaped since December 2020? Did you start something new? Okay, because this is the whole story. You've got this Jupiter opening square checkpoint, squaring Saturn. So Saturn's like, hold on a minute. Do you really want this? How much effort are you putting in? And it's kind of like a checkpoint. And with Mars squaring Saturn, you could be feeling really busy at the moment. We're built, you know, the moon is waxing. We're building up. The energy is getting bigger on the full moon. But even the wind is really crazy today. And I'm thinking that this is like, is the wind part of this? Storms, things like that. So you could be really busy, but you could also be feeling like, oh my God, you've got so much to do. And Saturn is saying, well, do you really want this or do you not? And you just need to plow through. So the energy is big, 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 big. You may be feeling, especially today, because the moon's been squaring Neptune, knackered. You may be feeling knackered. The whole test is that you keep going, okay? Now, this full moon is going to be felt more strongly by the fixed signs because this will be happening in your angular houses, or it's going to be felt more strongly. So those fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Or if you have planets around the 26, 27, 28 degree of any sign, then it was going to be aspecting the full moon. So you're going to be feeling that more as well. Okay. If you don't have any of those, it might not be that obvious, this full moon for you, but still listen and just take note and see what happens. See what's happening right now. See what is building. Now, this full moon is happening in the third decan of Aquarius, which is represented by the Seven of Swords or the Seven of Air tarot card. And I'm going to read to you what this says because this is so appropriate, obviously, for the Aquarius full moon. Independence, non-conformity, living life on one's own terms without people-pleasing. Now is the time for me to live life on my own terms. So I must find the courage to reject conformity. Listening to my yearning for independence is key to breaking free of groupthink and attending to my own needs. Diplomacy with others can help me be true to my call and to do what I know I must do for myself. So even though this is in the sign of Aquarius, this is the last decan of Aquarius, and it's speaking to basically doing things for yourself as well. Okay, so that's just little side note, little tarot card. I'm going to do some tarot cards for each sign, but we're going to talk about the signs. So we're going to start with you, Aries. So Aries, this full moon is happening in your 11th house of friendships, the collective, and your goals. So full moons typically are endings, culminations, things coming to light. So you might be having a realization around this time to do with your friendships, especially because Venus is Venus is opposing Saturn. You might be so Uranus is in your second house. So this could, you might be having something to do with what do you value? What are you really valuing in your friendships? For some of you, this could be a realization. It could be the ending of a friendship. For others, this could be the ending of, or a change or some sort of change within your goals, an unexpected change within your goals. Perhaps your financial goals are changing because you have Uranus in the second house and it's throwing a curveball to this full moon, this realization in your 11th house. How are you showing up for your friendships? How are you, what realizations are you having around this time? And how is it affecting your thoughts and what you actually value to be true? Okay. Then in terms of, you've got Venus opposing Saturn in your 6th house. So for some of you, you could be feeling a bit kind of under the weather because you've got Saturn in the 12th house opposing Venus. Venus rules your second house of values, your second house of money and income. So perhaps your daily work is being affected at the moment because of mental health struggles, or you're self-sabotaging in some sense. Some of you could be self-sabotaging in some sense. Perhaps there's something going on with your co-workers. So Venus in the 6th usually is like great getting on with co-workers, but with this opposition to Saturn, it's like, okay, is there something going on behind the scenes that I'm not aware of? And again, and then obviously if you're working in a group, this could be part of that story. So for some of you, if you work in a large organization, then where with Venus opposing Saturn, it's like, hold on a minute, and you're having to readjust your relationships, or there could be some feelings of loneliness during this full moon. So a realization around your friendships and your groups. Are you feeling lonely around this time? Are you having a realization that maybe you're having to change something, or the groups that you're in are not what you want them to be? Something like that could be going on for you, Aries, okay? But there's a realization here. I'm going to pull a tarot card for you. Okay. Oh, that flew out. Okay. We have the Four of Air. I'm going to read you a positive affirmation. I'm going to get all the air cards today, aren't we? Because it's an Aquarius full moon. Healing, meditation, rest and recuperation. It's time to rest my mind and allow peace to take the place of busyness or boredom. The mind needs quiet to think and find clarity. If I allow my mind to rest, I will have greater clarity and my mind will be sharper. This is the time for a break. I need to take care of myself. So with Saturn being the traditional ruler of Aquarius, and Saturn's in the 12th house, and it's in these harsh aspects, perhaps you guys are perhaps you are having to take a rest. Perhaps you're realizing that the path that you're on at the moment and the wishes that you're going after are going to have to be put on hold while you take a bit of respite care. Venus in the 6th, it is making this aspect to Saturn. It's not like the end of the world, but like I said, it could just be affecting your finances in some way because it's ruling your finances, and it could just be a sense of you having to just take a step back, and it's affecting your friendship, or it's affecting the groups that you work in, so the organizations that you work in some sense. Taurus and Taurus rising. So this full moon is happening in your 10th house of career. So there's a realization here. There's a needing to break free. There is a culmination. There is something really being brought to light, or there's just a lot of energy going on in your career. So for some of you, but then it's being squared by Uranus. So there's this curveball of wanting to break free, of wanting to rebel, perhaps going out on your own. Perhaps some of you are setting up your own business. But there's this sense of, there's a realization around something to do with your career. For some of you, if this isn't career related, it's your public status. So a sudden, like, wow, my public status is changing. For some of you, you could be stepping into the limelight more. For some of you, you could be becoming a parent. For some of you, you could be becoming a grandparent. There's a sudden change or realization in your status. Now, Venus is in your 5th house of creativity, and it's opposing Saturn, which also co-rules this full moon. So there's this sense of responsibility or having to have a conversation with a friend. For some of you, it will be a blockage within your friends or a realization around your friendships. For some of you, it will be something to do with, do you work in a large organization? Do you work on social media? And are you having to take more responsibility with that? Because Saturn co-rules this full moon, and this full moon is in your 10th house of career. So perhaps if you do work online and social media, you're having to take more responsibility, and it's affecting how much fun you can have because maybe things are getting busier for you. For others, it could be the ending of a career because you're not getting on with the group that you're involved with anymore. But most of the time in Saturn, it's just like having to step up to the mark and having to really think, okay, what are my responsibilities now? That's what I get. And your finances are being involved here. So it could be that you're actually making a lot of money, but it's coming at a bit of a price with your time and your energy. Or there's some blockages or some restrictions in terms of making money. And it's got something to do with your friends in some sense. Your friends are involved. If it's not groups of people or large organizations, then a friend is involved in some way. So let me know how that resonates for you, Taurus. And I'm going to pull a card for you guys. Uranus is the curveball. It's in your 1st house. Okay. So it's like, how are you wanting to rebel? How are you stepping outside the box? How are you being innovative? 9 of Water. This is a great card. This is a great card. Dreams are coming true. Is it 9 of Water? I'm sure. I can never remember these off by heart. Don't at me. Terrible memory. 9 of Water. Okay, dreams come true. Wishes fulfilled, completion, enjoyment, contentment, achievement of desire. It is right to say no to what isn't right for me, and now is my time to experience wishes fulfilled, the sweet harvest that came from seeds that I've planted. So, especially for you guys, Taurus, what were you doing 6 months ago when you start on the new moon in Aquarius? Did you start something in terms of group work or the collective? Because this is the culmination of your efforts. I drink in the aroma of successful endeavour, take pride in my hard work and achievement, and savour the satisfaction of a job well done. I deserve to pause and acknowledge all I co-created, and I do it joyfully. See, that is a positive card. Even though this full moon has challenging aspects can also be dynamic. And I think yes, there could be something unexpected with the Uranus thing, and there's frustrations with Saturn and Venus, but it's dynamic and we can use this for the good. So good luck, Taurus. For Gemini and Gemini rising, you guys are having a full moon in your 9th house of beliefs, higher education, higher learning. So for some of you, this is a realization around you beliefs, what you believe in. You've got this square to Uranus, which is in the 12th house of spirituality. So perhaps you've been focusing more on your spiritual endeavors. Perhaps you've been learning astrology. Perhaps you are having a realization around how your beliefs have changed over the past 6 months. For some of you, you could have been learning something or teaching something to a large group of people. And this full moon, things are coming to light, things are coming to an end, but there's something unexpected coming from the background, something unexpected coming from your subconscious. Maybe your subconscious beliefs are being changed in some sense. You've got, for some of you, it could have something to do with publishing. If you're publishing something as well, you've got Pluto here as well as transformation. Maybe some of you are publishing something and it's something unusual and chaotic and unexpected. Saturn is in your 10th house of career, it's opposing Venus. So perhaps whatever's going on at home is being affected by how much you're working. You guys could also be having to take more responsibilities at work. For some of you, you could, you're having to take more responsibilities at work and it's affecting your beliefs, or something you've been learning is affecting your home environment and your career. Some of you could be traveling a long distance. Maybe you're taking an unexpected trip, and it's involving your family members because Venus is here as well. And then on the backhand of that, it's then affecting your career, something like that. But there's a realization around your beliefs. There's an ending around your beliefs, or something you're learning, or for some of you, you are publishing. King of Fire. This is all about creativity. So for a lot of you watching this, maybe it is something to do with something that you've been working on. I'll read you the positive affirmation. King. Okay, spiritual influencer, creative, inspired leadership. When I am aligned with spirit, I am a powerful leader who inspires others. My mastery benefits others as I teach them. Again, this is the teaching house. So some of you are teaching or learning or something. Directly at times and indirectly at others, modeling what they might aspire to. How can I be confident in my own abilities and visions without becoming rigid or closed off to new ideas? Okay, so it's a realization around something that you're learning, something that you're believing in, and how you can expand your mind and not be closed off to ideas. So good luck, Geminis. Cancer and Cancer rising, you are having a full moon in your 8th house of other people's money, intimacy, and self-transformation. So you're having a realization. A full moon is a realization or an ending. Things are coming to light. So it could be that you're coming into some sort of money from other people. So Saturn is the co-ruler of this, and it rules your 7th house of relationships. So perhaps you're getting a lot of clients at this time because you have got the Sun and Mercury in your 2nd house at the moment, Cancers. So there's focus in your financial house. For some of you, it could be a realization or an ending around your own self-transformation. How are things developing for you? How have you transformed over the last 6 months? And you're just realizing quite how far you've come. There is, there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes with Mars and Jupiter here. Perhaps you've been working on something spiritually or something to do with occult practices, and this could be a realization or an ending for some of you in terms of occult practice, or just having more things come to light and come to fruition from that. You have got Venus in your 3rd house of communications, and it's opposing Saturn in the 9th. So something you're learning, something you're believing in, there's a bit of tension here. Perhaps the way that you're connecting with other people, because Venus rules your 11th house. So perhaps you're having to put more responsibility into how you're connecting with others. If you work on social media, there could be some more responsibility coming with this. But for a lot of you, it's just going to be a realization around your own transformation, a realization around, you know, it's maybe secrets coming to light, because the 8th house of secrets, things coming to the surface that were once buried. Perhaps you're healing yourself. Some of you might be healing yourself, but Uranus is in your 11th house. Okay, so you're being influenced by groups in some sense. Maybe a friend is influencing your transformation. Maybe a group of people is influencing your transformation. Maybe social media is throwing a curveball and influencing this realization you're having around astrology, around magic, around occult practices. Maybe it's something to do with astrology. Maybe you are getting busier in your astrology practices. Something like that. But Saturn is in your 9th and it's asking you to step up to your responsibilities and what you believe in. And there's just this tension here from Venus in the 3rd. So communications with people, your everyday routines could be under pressure in some sense. Okay, maybe you're having to focus on the details of things a little bit more, or maybe you're being quite critical of your communications with people around this time. Okay, but it's either going to be financial, Cancer, or it's going to be psychological. How far have I come? How are things changing for me? How is other people's money affecting me? And you get the 3 of water for Cancers. 3 of water. I'm going to read your positive affirmation so I can bloody find it. 3 of water. Celebration, enjoying, community, sharing, exuberance, team spirit, common goal, and friendship. Okay, this is a positive card. Joy and excitement flow among all those gathered. I embrace being a part of something larger than myself. It's a time to delight in the camaraderie as I experience the greater whole that is my community or team. We buoy each other and play together as we co-create. We are friends, family, and companions, sharing our experiences. It is a time to remember we must accept each other as we are, with both shadow and light within. Okay, so that's really focusing on Venus in the 3rd house and being in your community at the moment. So there is a bit of restriction here with Saturn, but that's going to pass. So perhaps it's just telling you to connect with others more. You need to focus on connection at this time and stop being so critical of that with Venus in Virgo. Good luck, Cancers. Leo and Leo rising, you are having a full moon in your 7th house of relationships. This is a realization for you, Leos, around your current relationships. What is going on? Some of you, this could be a breakup, okay? I'm not going to lie, because Uranus is in your 10th house of public image, squaring this full moon. Some of you, it could be a sudden breakup. Your public reputation is changing. For others, this could be a realization around what you want from a relationship. For others, this could be, you know, a commitment, because this is the committed house of relationships. But again, this is in Aquarius and it's all about breaking free. And it could be unexpected. Now, you have got this, you know, you're benefiting from your friendships at this time. And Venus is in your 2nd house. So your finances could be affected. Okay, so you've got Venus in the 2nd, but it's opposing Saturn. So maybe you're having to think about your responsibilities in terms of your finances, as in what, you know, if you are going through a breakup, what's going to be mine and what's going to be theirs, that kind of energy. For others, if you're not going through a breakup, this could be something to do with your clients, like a realization around your clients and where the money's coming from, and just having a lot of energy in your client. But if you've got a client-based business, there being a lot of energy there. And this could be quite positive in that sense, because Uranus could be throwing a curveball and like suddenly you've got loads of clients. You've got Venus in your 2nd house of money, but you've got to be responsible with other people's money. Okay, so there's this to and froing of the responsibility in the financial houses. Mars in your 11th house of connecting with others. So if this is business related for you, Leo, then it's positive. If you work with a group of people, it could be positive. But if it's relationship based for you, Leos, it could be just a realization within your relationships. So let's pull a card and just see if it gives us a little bit more context. Obviously, only take what resonates. I'm not telling you guys you're going to break up if your relationship is fine. If you're in a healthy relationship, absolutely no problem. It could just be a realization around your partner, realization around the needs of your partner, realization around money, shared money with your partner. What are you guys? It could be that, you know, you're in a perfectly healthy relationship, but actually you're realizing that you're going to have to borrow some money because Saturn's, you know, maybe you're moving house, you need to borrow money, something like that. Okay, you've got the 5 of air. This is tricky. Again, only take this if it resonates. This is tension and conflict. So conflict is a good way to see my motives and intentions. I can use this experience to grow into a more authentic version of myself. It's not important to win. It's important to have integrity. Other people may have different ways of thinking and may not always be in agreement with me. I open to this opportunity to live and let live. Okay, so it's a tense aspect. 5 is like about being stuck, but it's asking you to just be open. So this is maybe really about listening to the needs of your partner, things coming to light, listening to the needs of your partner, and then you can move forward. Or again, it could be business related, one-on-one, or even one-on-one friendships. If you're not in a relationship and you haven't got business and you don't want a relationship, this could be friendships, okay? One-on-one friendships with people. So everything I've just said, but apply it to friendships. Good luck, Leo. Virgo and Virgo rising, you are having a full moon in Aquarius in your 6th house of work, of daily routines, of habits, of health, and of pets. So full moon, this is a realization. This is emotions coming to the surface. There's something going on for you at work. Are you really busy at work? How is your work evolving? How is your work changing? And Uranus is throwing a curveball, say, bringing unexpected events. So it could be unexpected events within your colleagues, within your workplace. It could be unexpected events within your routines. Maybe you're deciding to go and to finish up a health routine. Maybe you're deciding to end a diet you've been doing. Uranus is in your 9th house of beliefs. So perhaps your beliefs are changing, or you are traveling and it's affecting your daily work. You're traveling and it's affecting your clients in some sense. Saturn is the modern ruler of this, and it is in your 7th house of your clients, squaring Jupiter and Mars and opposing Venus. So really there's pointing towards quite a lot of tension in terms of if you're in a client-based business or if you work with clients, there's some tension going on here. So for those of you that are work related, or it could just be that you're having to take more responsibility. You're having to take more responsibility, compromise more, negotiate more. Yeah, but there's a realization for you. For some of you, this could be you actually get poorly, you get a bit sick. You have got Mercury's retrograding back in your 12th house, Sun's in the 12th house. Perhaps you guys actually just need to take a rest. Some of you might actually just need to chill. You have got Venus in the 1st, which is helping you, but some of you just need to chill out for the sake of your health. But a lot of you, it's going to be work related or routines. How are your habits and your routines changing, and what is coming to light around those? You get the 10 of Earth. So this is a resourceful card. This is all to do with money, actually. Perhaps what you've been working on is really coming to fruition under this full moon. Let me read the positive affirmation if I can find Earth. Can't find anything now. Come on. Oh, God. Here we go. 10. Affluence, material abundance, mastery, financial security, inherited wealth, and knowledge. I am now able to step back and observe the results of what I built through my dedication and hard work. Exactly what I just said. I claim ownership of the castles I built that have taken form in the material world. I have achieved mastery and inherited treasures of knowledge and experience thanks to all I have been through. I smile appreciatively at my run of good fortune. So actually, guys, if you've been working really, really, really hard, a full moon is a culmination. So maybe things are really coming to fruition. Maybe you're sowing the seeds of your harvest and you're just really reaping the rewards, but there's a bit of tension on the way up to that. Okay. Let me know if that makes sense for you, Virgos. For Libra and Libra rising, you guys are having the full moon in your 5th house of fun, of creativity, of hobbies, of romance, dating, and of children. But it's squaring Uranus, so there is a curveball coming in here from your 8th house of transformation. So there's a realization here. So for some of you, this could be you are ending a creative endeavor. You are ending a romantic relationship. Something's coming to light in terms of what you love and what you enjoy. Where do I have fun? How can I go and have fun in a free sense? What is it that I enjoy? Maybe something unexpected. Maybe there's an opportunity to go and do something really fun and really random with Uranus here. Maybe you are, maybe this is happening in your children's life. Okay, so maybe there's a realization around your child, something unexpected is happening. Venus is in your 12th house, opposing Saturn in the 6th. Maybe some of you, you want to go and do something fun, but your health is not the best and you're having to just stay at home for a bit. Maybe you are sorting a creative project or finishing up a creative project that you've been working really hard on with Saturn in the 6th house, but you're feeling a bit blocked with Venus opposing this in the 12th. Perhaps your friends aren't helping you with something that you're wanting your friends to get involved in this creative project you've been doing or in this hobby you've been doing, and they aren't really coming through for you at this time because Venus is in the 12th. Something like that. Realization around your hobbies, your fun, or your children in some sense. For some of you, this could be a pregnancy. Uranus is the curveball. Saturn, 6th house of health. But yeah, let me know. I'm going to pull a card for you, Libra. Falling out. 7 of air. These air cards under this. Under this full moon in Aquarius, we're getting all these air cards. Well, we have actually had a bit of a mixture. But the 7 of air, I'm sure we already had that one. Sometimes they like to come out. 2 of them. Independence. Oh, this was the card we had for the actual full moon. Independence, non-conformity, living life on one's own terms without people-pleasing. Now is the time for me to live life on my own terms, so I must find the courage to reject conformity. Listening to my yearning for independence is key to breaking free of groupthink and attending to my own needs. So the 5th house is me. It's me. It's what I enjoy, what I love. Diplomacy with others can help me be true to my call to do what I know I must do for myself. So this is really a realization around what actually do you enjoy. So whatever's been going on in your life, perhaps you've not been focusing on doing what you enjoy, and now you're having a realization around, actually, I need to go out and do this. I need to break free and I need to look after myself. So that is for you, Libras. So good luck. Scorpio, you guys are having a full moon in your 4th house of family, of home, of living situation, of career, and there is a curveball coming to you from your 7th house of relationships. Maybe some of you are breaking up with a family member and you're having to move with a relationship, and you're having to move out and your living situation is changing in some way. There's a realization with your living situation. Perhaps it's not what you thought it would be. Perhaps you are just not enjoying it and you're feeling a bit lonely because Venus is in 11th house. You want to see your friends, but perhaps you can't because Saturn's rejecting this in the 5th, something like that. You're having a blockage around what you enjoy, and it's coming from your relationships. That is what I'm getting from that immediately. For some of you, this will look like a relationship problem. For others, this could just be a living situation. For others, this could be because the 4th house is your inner world, realization around your emotion. This is the emotional full moon for you guys, Scorpio, by the way. So just hang in there. What do you need emotionally? What is it that you're not fulfilling emotionally? Is your joy being restricted? Is your fun being restricted? Are your children being restricted because Saturn in the 5th in some sense? But this curveball from Uranus is like your relationships are blocking this in some sense. If you're not in a relationship, maybe your clients are affecting how much you're working from home, or yeah, something like that. Oh, 8 of water, another water card. Okay. adapt and overcome, I think is adapt and overcome. 8 of water. I never remember these off by heart. I say this to every sign. I don't remember them off by heart. 8 of water. Journey of discovery, letting go and seeking a deeper meaning and greater authenticity beyond superficiality. Wow. Okay, so Saturn's in your 5th house. It's like blocking your fun because actually it's saying you don't need to be superficial. What is the deeper meaning of your life? All that glitters isn't gold, and I know that I always deserve authentic riches, the gold that fills me with joy, abundance, and understanding. I fearlessly pause to re-examine where I have been, where I am now, and where I might go. Now I consciously choose the path that is right for me instead of the one that seems likely to draw me onto it, or the one I feel I ought to walk. I am true to my heart. I've come as far as I can, and I leave by the wayside the last vestiges of illusion, the last bits of fear and shame. I will no longer hold on to what isn't right for me. Jesus, that's a very deep card. I feel like that is the card of Scorpio. Eights, mutable water. I know it's card of Pisces, but anyway, basically that is really asking you to go deep around what you need. What is it you're needing at this time? And like I said, this is going to be a emotional for me for you guys. Please let me know how this resonates and what's going on in your life right now, because I would love to know how that's playing out for you. But good luck, Scorpio. Sagittarius, you guys are having full moon in your 3rd house of communication, connection, of the mind, and of, you know, traveling around in your neighborhood. There is a realization here, and it could be a realization around your thinking processes, your thought processes. It could be a realization around how much you communicate and what you need, and your community and your environment, and how are you spending your days, and how is it affecting you? Is your health affecting how you're spending your days? Is your health affecting how much you're communicating with others? Is your work and your routines affecting how much you're connecting with others? Are your habits affecting how much you're connecting with others? There's something here. There's some sort of realization here around your connection, your communication, and Uranus is throwing this curveball, and it's like it's asking you, and it's changing up your daily routines and your daily habits and your health, but it's affecting how you're communicating, or it's affecting the way you think. Something like that. You've got Venus in your 10th house of career, but it's being blocked by Saturn. So restrictions at home are affecting your career, or your career is affecting restrictions, or your career and your career going well with Venus here is affecting your home life. Something like that, Sagittarius. Perhaps you're having to work from home, and the fact that you're having to work from home is having a direct impact on your mental health, or on your communication, or on your environment and how you're getting out and about and your daily routines, something like that. Oh, I love this card, 2 of fire. I love it because it's got a giraffe in it, and I love giraffes. Georgie the giraffe, that's what they used to call me. 2 of fire, I don't know why I'm telling you that. Creative planning for the future, mapping progress, trusting in the unknown, and spirit-inspired ambition. Whenever I can't see how my dreams will coalesce into form, I can trust in the process of co-creation and engage more deeply in the process of envisioning something new. I have already started to make progress, and soon my passion will attract the perfect situation for me. The light of spirit helps me to see my way and feel the universe aligning to bring me what I need. So it could just be that you're a bit unsure at the moment. Again, it's thought-based, like what's going on in your mind right now. But it's all about trusting the unknown. You've got Sun and Mercury in the 9th house, which is all about your beliefs. You're being asked to focus on believing. Yeah, there's some focus there. So good luck, Saggies. Okay, we have Capricorn and Capricorn rising. You guys have got the full moon happening in your 2nd house of your finances. So there's a realization, an ending. So maybe you're ending in a certain, maybe there's an ending in a certain financial part of your life. Perhaps you're having to borrow some money. Perhaps your child is costing you more money, and there's a realization around childcare costs. Perhaps your hobbies are causing you to spend more money. There's just a realization around your financial matters or around your self-worth. What is it that you value? How do you value your self-worth? And what is your self-esteem? There's the co-ruler of this is in your third house. So it could be that you are connecting with people or communicating with people more, and it's growing your self-esteem. It could be that the way that the lack of communication is affecting your self-esteem. It could be that again, this could have something to do with your children, with Uranus throwing this curveball from the fifth house of children. But there's a realization here, Capricorns, around your financial situation, or an ending in terms of your spending, or just energy in spending. Maybe you're coming into some money. Maybe you're borrowing some money. Maybe you are, maybe you've just been spending a lot of money, and now you're thinking, right, I need to stop, because obviously it's the summer holidays. So for some of you, if you have got children, that is going to be a theme where you're spending more money than what you'd hoped. Venus is in the ninth house of beliefs and travel, and she's opposing Saturn. So again, maybe you're traveling and it's actually having an effect on your finances, or yeah, something like that. Let me know if that, oh God, they're all jumping out. Let me know if that resonates. Guys, I'm going to see if one jumps out. Come on. Oh, okay. Well, we'll take it. Another air card. God, we've got three of air. Three of air. Air, fire, air, fire. Three of air. I don't know these off by heart, guys. So I have to read you the affirmation, just so we're accurate. Silver linings, natural departures, rejection is God's protection. A third party helps me to see the truth of this situation. What is truly mine can never be withheld from me. Rejection is Spirit's protection. It's in my best interest to let go and allow for something better to take its place. It is my highest good to see the truth, regardless of my temporary discomfort. This too shall pass. So again, this could just be an uncomfortable financial situation. Perhaps you wanted to earn some money through perhaps you thought some money was coming in and now it isn't. Because it's saying about letting go and allowing something else to come in. So perhaps you were looking for a job. And when you have got Mars and Jupiter in your sixth house of work, but perhaps the job didn't come in, and then so the financial situation isn't coming in, you're having to let go, something like that. But I hope that helps, Capricorn. Let me know if that resonates. Okay, Aquarius and Aquarius rising. This full moon is happening in your house of yourself. So this is a realization around you. Where are you going in your life? What is happening in your life right now? What transformations are you going through? Did you hear that? I think it was thunder, but it might not have been. What transformations are you going through, and how are you evolving? How are you changing? What is going on at home which is shifting who you are as a person? Because Uranus in the fourth house is throwing a curveball. Is there something going on at home, family members, living situation, and it's affecting who you are as a person, and it's affecting where you're headed? Okay. Saturn's in the second house. Finances might be under a bit of pressure, or you're just having to take more responsibility around your finances. You could be benefiting from other people's finances around this time, like a partner, with Venus in your eighth, but it's opposing Saturn. And again, Venus rules your fourth house of family. So there's something, what's going on at home would be my main message for Aquarius. And what realizations are you having around you? It could also be around your physical body, around what you look like, around who you are. Patience. Okay, this is a major card for you guys. I mean, it is your full moon. Moderation. This card reminds me that patience will bring me into recognition of and alignment to my purpose. All my needs are met, even though I may not see it yet in the outer visible world. The angels are looking out for me. Moderation in all things is required right now. So if you are going through a bit of a hard time, Aquarius, just like it says, you've just got to be patient. Your angels are with you. Everything in moderation. You're not seeing what's happening right now, but you guys are potentially going through a transformation. You have got Pluto in the first house. So I know a lot of you are going through big changes. And this full moon is bringing that to light. It's really bringing that kind of to the forefront. So just hang in there. You'll be okay. Pisces. Hi, guys. So you are having the full moon in your 12th house. 12th house. Okay. So the 12th house is things we can't see. It's our subconscious mind, it's spirituality, it's the connection to spirit. And there's a curveball from Uranus here in the 3rd house. So the 12th house is a bit tricky because we can't always see what's going on. For some of you, it could be a realization around your spiritual goals. It could be a realization around your connection to spirit. It could be a realization around your self-sabotaging behaviors. It could be a realization around, this could have something to do with communication and connection with other people. You've got Venus in the 7th house of relationships, and it's opposing Saturn in the 1st. How are your how are you right now taking responsibility for what's going on in your relationships? What is going on behind the scenes, and how do you self-sabotage? That is a lot of the time things that come from the 12th house. How am I self-sabotaging? How is my communication affecting my self-sabotage? How am I as a person, and the way I am and the way I approach things affecting my spiritual practice? What do I need to address that is in my subconscious mind? What are my subconscious beliefs? Because Pluto's here as well. What are my subconscious beliefs? What am I thinking behind the scenes? What am I doing behind closed doors? How am I connecting to spirit? How am I really trying to tap into my spirituality, which could feel a bit blocked with Saturn in the 1st house? You've got, Venus in the 7th house of relationships. This is bringing, like I said, better experiences within your relationships. But there could be some conversations that are having to go on, okay? With this opposition to Saturn, it could be feeling like if you are in a relationship, you are going to have to just address a few issues, a few blockages and a few delays with this Venus opposing Saturn. But the full moon is highlighting something that can't be seen. Things dissolve in the 12th house. So maybe this is a time of actually releasing previous thoughts, because Uranus is in your 3rd house of thinking and the mind. So maybe you guys are actually releasing, because the 12th house is release. We're saying goodbye, we're releasing. You could be releasing things that you had been thinking to free your mind so that you're thinking in a healthier way. You're addressing your relationships in a healthy way because you're releasing these previous subconscious thoughts that you had. Do I want to say anything else about that, guys? I mean, you have got Jupiter and Mars in your 4th house, so expansion of the family, blessings within the family, potential conflict with Mars squaring Saturn in your Mars in your 4th squaring Saturn, so potential conflict within your home environment. You've got the Star card. I love this card. I think this is the Aquarius card, isn't it? This is a major card, so this is a big deal. Number 17. You've also got the Sun and Mercury in the 6th, right? And so Mercury's just retrograded back into this. So there's a lot of focus here for you guys as well around your work, your daily habits, and your routines, and a rethinking around that. So having to go over stuff at work, having to redevelop your routines in a healthier way, perhaps. Again, this is also squaring Uranus, so there could be kind of challenging thoughts coming up around this time, but it's all about releasing, okay? And it says, I am hopeful and inspired by life right now, and everything that is happening points to a renewed sense of encouragement. After all the changes I've experienced, I'm starting to recognize the hope that comes with new beginnings. So this is great. You guys are releasing something. You're releasing it. You're letting go of it. You're saying goodbye. Maybe this is part of growing up with Saturn in your 1st. This is all about maturing and growing up. And part of that story for you, Pisces, is to release thoughts that no longer serve you. And sudden Uranus is throwing curveballs, but you are releasing what no longer serves you. So good luck. Let me know how that resonates for everyone. Please drop a comment if you know how this full moon is playing out for you. Let's help each other learn. It helps other people learn, helps me learn. Listen for your sun, moon and rising as well. If you don't subscribe, please subscribe. Please give the video a thumbs up because it pushes it out. So please do that right now. Right now, give it a thumbs up. Click. click like because it helps. It helps, apparently, algorithms and all that jazz. But yeah, I hope you enjoy, guys. Hope you got some value from this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.